Assalamualaikum students, welcome to the online class of Honest Academic School. Today we are studying grade 1 computer. Today we are doing the bookwork of unit number 1 algorithm and flowchart from page number 11. So let's see the first question. Part B is explain any 4 symbols used in drawing flowchart. We have to tell the 4 symbols that we used in drawing a flowchart. किसी भी flowchart को draw करने के लिए कौन से symbols हम use करते हैं? The answer is a flowchart has various symbols which represent various functions. Some of them are basically flowchart has various symbols. Flowchart के पास मुख्तलिफ symbols हैं जो कि मुख्तलिफ functions के लिए use होते हैं. The first one is input symbol. The word input means that we are giving instructions to the computer. When we give instruction to the computer, this is called input. But if we represent our input in the form of parallelogram, then this is called the representation of a flowchart. So let's see. Input means providing instructions. Input का मतलब है instructions देना, and input operation is presented by a parallelogram in a flowchart. अगर हमने flowchart में input देना है तो हम parallelogram यूज करेंगे जो कि ये शेप होती है. There can be more than one input symbol in a flowchart. एक flowchart में हम 2 या 2 से ज़्यादा इनपुट दे सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल वी आर एडिंग 2 नंबर देन दिस इज 1 इनपुट, बट इफ वी वांट एन एवरेज ऑफ दिस 2 नंबर देन दिस इज द सेकंड इनपुट. सो लेट्स सी द सेकंड symbol, processing symbol. Processing means we are working on the data given and the processing is done by the CPU. So let's see. Processing means to work on the input provided. Processing can be calculation or information. The steps involving processing are represented with a rectangle box in a flowchart. So if you want to represent processing in a flowchart, you will use the processing symbol, which is a rectangle box. This is the rectangle box which is used for processing. For example, if you are using an input symbol in a form of parallelogram, then you are giving an input to the computer. But if you use a processing symbol, then you are telling the computer that you have to do some kind of calculation on the data. Okay? Decision symbol. There are certain points in a flowchart where a decision has to be made with respect to the conditions. A decision box is a diamond shape. This is the diamond shape symbol for decision. It has 2 terminals, right and left. So why we are using a decision symbol? We are using a decision symbol to take a decision, whether it is yes or no. And for example, if you have 2 numbers and you want to find out which number is greater, then you will use decision symbol. You will write a condition like if A is greater than B, then print A. If it is not greater than, then print B. Last one is flow lines. Flow lines represent the flow of data in a flowchart. So flow lines tell us the direction of the data where data is moving. Flow lines can be in left, right, upward direction. Okay students, let's revise these questions. So the first one is explain any 4 symbols. We explain 4 symbols: input, processing, decision and flow lines. Input means providing instruction. Input का मतलब है instructions देना, and input operation is presented by parallelogram in a flowchart. Flowchart में input को हम parallelogram से represent करते हैं. There can be more than one input symbol in a flowchart. Flowchart में एक या एक से ज़्यादा input symbol हो सकते हैं. Processing symbol. Processing means to work on the input provided. जो भी हमें इनपुट दिया हुआ है उसके ऊपर काम करना, कोई भी कैलकुलेशन परफॉर्म करना प्रोसेसिंग कहलाता है. प्रोसेसिंग कैन बी अ कैलकुलेशन और इंफॉर्मेशन. प्रोसेसिंग कोई भी कैलकुलेशन हो सकती है या कोई भी इंफॉर्मेशन हो सकती है. द स्टेप्स इन्वॉल्विंग प्रोसेसिंग आर रिप्रेजेंटेड विद द रेक्टेंगल बॉक्स इन अ फ्लोचार्ट. फ्लोचार्ट में प्रोसेसिंग को रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए हम रेक्टेंगल बॉक्स यूज करते हैं. डिसीजन सिंबल. There are certain points in a flowchart where a decision has to be made with respect to the condition. A decision box is diamond shape. To represent decision symbol, we used a diamond shape symbol. और flowchart यूज करते वक्त हमें कोई भी अगर कंडीशन अप्लाई करनी होती है तो उसके लिए हम decision symbol यूज कर रहे होते हैं. Flow lines represent the flow of data in a flowchart. और flow lines जो हैं वो हमें डाटा का फ्लो बता रही होती है कि डाटा राइट जा रहा है, लेफ्ट जा रहा है, डाउनवर्ड जा रहा है या फिर अपवर्ड जा रहा है. ठीक है. You have to write these questions on your notebook and learn these questions. Thank you.